So today we're going to be reviewing the brand new RMS SunCoverup Super Tint SPF 50. Now this just recently launched and I couldn't wait to test it out on our mature skin. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Hey guys, it's Kat and welcome to my channel. Finally, I'm reviewing, testing out the RMS SunCoverup Super Tint. I asked you on my community page a couple of weeks ago which one you wanted me to review, and overwhelmingly you voted for RMS Beauty. Now, I am super familiar with RMS Beauty. I love Rosemary Swift's her idea of makeup, how you apply it, how you can be beautiful at any age. She is definitely a rock star in my opinion. I have her foundation, blush, highlighter, bronzer, concealer, the whole kit and caboodle. So when she released the skin tint, you know I had to test it out, see if it works for us, see what kind of coverage we get. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. Today, it's a very gloomy, rainy day here in Tennessee, and I thought, you know what? Let's play with makeup. Let's see how this super skin tint is gonna look today. But I've been testing it out all week, and yeah, I've been testing out a lot of foundations recently. It's just an influx and I'm just here for it. I love testing out foundations, skin tints, tinted moisturizers for over 50. There's a lot to choose from and I like to whittle it down to what might work for me, may work for you. Now, I'm just gonna go in with a Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer. I've been really enjoying this primer. I did a review on the foundation as well as this primer. It's silicone free. It really does provide a smooth canvas on the complexion. This is what she looks like. So I'm just going to apply quickly some primer to prep the complexion. And if you're wondering why I'm using this particular primer, the RMS Beauty SunCoverup Super Tint is silicone free. So I wanted to go ahead and use a silicone free primer so they mesh well together. Hopefully they'll mesh well together. But while this is absorbing into my complexion, let's read up on the benefits and the ingredients on the RMS Super Tint. Now it retails, this hurts me so bad. It retails for $49. You get 1 fluid ounce and it comes in 13 flexible shades. I know, kind of disappointing in terms of shade range, and how I picked my shade on the website was going by the shade that I wear in her RMS Beauty Re-Evolve Natural Finish Foundation. Now I did a review on this last year. Absolutely love it. It looks so beautiful and natural on the skin. It provides nice medium buildable coverage, but all around great foundation. So, and I'm in the shade in the Re-Evolve Natural Finish Foundation 22. So when I went on the website, 22 coincided with the shade Cameo. Now at the tune of $49, it is very high end. It feels very luxurious. It comes in a frosted bottle and a pump. It's silicone free, it's sheer to light coverage. It's supposed to even out the skin tone and provide 24 hours of hydration. Now, if you're new to my channel, I do have normal to dry skin, hyperpigmentation, fine lines, redness, wrinkles, pores. I'm super excited for this because I love a good skin tint, because it's so easy to just throw on to make your skin look glowy and fresh. And there are several ways you can apply it. You can apply it like a sunscreen, which, you know, if you apply your sunscreen, you have to apply it every 2 to 3 hours. I'm wearing it today as a makeup product. So let's go ahead and see what the consistency is like. Now you gotta shake it up really well, and it does sound very runny. I'm gonna do one healthy pump. As you can see, it's very runny. Wow, super runny. And what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead, let it heat up on the back of my hand just a bit and see how runny it is. But I found when I apply it to my face, it feels more serumy, a little bit thicker in consistency. It's kind of misleading for me, I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and apply it to the center of my face. Now you can apply it with your fingertips and then go in with a sponge or a foundation brush. And I found in my experience, it does work and apply better using your fingertips and then lightly going over it with a foundation brush. But I do have to admit it's a strange odor. I wouldn't say it's flowery, but it smells very chemical-y. But that was my first impression, and I've kind of gotten used to the smell because I have been testing it out all week. But it does provide very light to even sheer coverage. So if you just want to have a SPF, which is an SPF 50, and really even out your skin tone and have that radiant complexion, this might be right up your alley. It's not too makeup-y at all. It just provides a nice, even tone. So this is really blending out beautifully and quite effortlessly, I must say. But I'm gonna go ahead and take my kabuki brush, and this is a new one that I got from Sigma, and this is called the Flat Kabuki F80 Air, and it's great for just stippling in the product, easily blending out any sort of product right through there. Let's go ahead and see what it looks like at 20% light. As you can see, there's not a lot of coverage, but the skin looks really even toned. It looks radiant. This is definitely a glowier skin tint as opposed to the Reveal the Real skin tint from Sephora. I just reviewed that a few weeks ago. Beautiful product, I must say. Not a lot of coverage, but still my complexion looks radiant. It looks even toned. I think it's quite nice. So let's go ahead and apply to the left side. It looks like initially you're gonna get a lot of coverage, but it definitely shears out. Oh, cat hair. Oh. It does feel very, very, I don't wanna say oily because the first ingredient is water, but this is thicker in consistency as compared to other skin tints that I've reviewed, but it does blend out very easily and very seamlessly. And then for good measure, I'm just gonna add a little bit more to the most hyperpigmentation locations, the most hyperpigmentation on my complexion, to see if we can get a little bit of buildup. I mean, at the tune of $50, I kind of want to get a little bit more coverage, see how far I can push it, and just go ahead and stipple it in. Oh yeah, this is really pretty, and it works fantastic with the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer. It's like they were made for each other. This is looking super smooth. My complexion looks dewy, it looks radiant. It doesn't have any sort of shimmer in the actual skin tint. I still have quite a bit on the back of my hand. You really don't need much. That was a nice, healthy pump. This is the coverage we're getting. Now that we have the skin tint on, I want to go in with concealer, and I'm going in with the RMS Beauty UnCoverup Concealer. Now, I'm not a huge fan of pot concealers. They tend to run a little waxy and they dry out and they just don't look flattering on mature skin. But for some reason, this formulation is so beautiful. The secret to a pot concealer is really warming it up with your fingers. And this is in the coinciding shade 22. But once you warm it up in the pot, it provides beautiful coverage and it doesn't settle into fine lines. I mean, Rosemary Swift knows what she's doing. And this is a brilliant product where you just use a tiny bit and you just tap it where you need it. And it's very emollient, very creamy once you heat it up. And I'm just gonna put a little bit where I need lifting and brightening, using the heat of my fingertips to evenly distribute the concealer. And it provides really nice coverage. And then just take a dab where I tend to get red around my nose area. And I find the combination of this concealer as well as the skin tint is such a nice combination. I'm gonna go ahead and take my concealer brush and just gently pat that in. This concealer feels dewy and fresh even though it came out of the pot, and it felt kind of stiff at first, but you have to manipulate the product to make it adjust to your skin. See how that concealer just kind of melts into the skin? Really looks wonderful. Now, I do have RMS Beauty's cream bronzer, but for some reason, and let me know down in the comments, do some of your RMS Beauty products kind of go stale? I don't know how much of a shelf life this has, but I bought this less than a year ago and it is completely dry. For some reason, it is just not wanting to, I can't even get any pigment. I don't know. Help me out down in the comments because I love this cream bronzer. I think it's beautiful, but it is completely dried out. And I always make sure the lids are tightly on, but for some reason this cream bronzer is completely dried out. I don't know what to tell you, and this is not cheap. It's kind of disappointing for sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a powder bronzer since this is a super dewy skin tint that tends to maybe perhaps run a little bit too dewy. If you have an oily complexion, you may not like this. I'm gonna go ahead and add just a powder bronzer, and I'm gonna go in with my trusty same old NYX Buttermelt bronzer in Deserve Butter. Whenever I test out skin tints, I always use products that I trust. And this is a beautiful bronzer. Bronzed up. This is looking good. Go ahead and bronze up the nose. And this time I'm just going in with the Catrice Melted Sun Cream Bronzer and just hit the side of my nose, contour at the same time. Okay, for blush, I'm gonna go in with RMS Beauty's Redimension Hydro Powder Blush. Now this is a beautiful gel to powder formula that's not gonna add any texture to your complexion, and it does have somewhat of an iridescence, but not glitter. It is in the shade Pomegranate Fizz, and as you can see, it is so well loved. And let me show you what it looks like. Such a unique formula, and look at that shade. It's absolutely stunning. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take it on my brush, tap off the excess, and just hit the apples of my cheeks. And already it's gonna give such a pop of color. I do love a nice coral peachy shade. Starts out super creamy, but it just transforms on the complexion. It looks so good. Now for eyes, I'm just gonna do a very quick, easy one and done look, and I'm gonna go in with RMS Beauty's Eyelights in the shade Supernova. These are gorgeous cream eyeshadows. You know these are one of my all-time favorite cream shadows. They just look stunning on the eyelids, and the shade Supernova is just a beautiful, bronzy, rich fall color that I love. You know how lids can be quite textured? This one just kind of smooths over everything, and it dries down pretty fast. So you gotta work a little bit quickly, but no worries. It's just gonna apply so smooth and seamless. Now she does advise that you use it without any sort of eyeshadow primer or concealer on the lids because it's meant to just lay on your naked skin so smooth, and it doesn't crease, it doesn't fade throughout the day. This is a gorgeous shadow, and I always get compliments whenever I wear it. And I'm just going up to my brow bone, and then just take a clean brush and just blend out the edges. But you do have time to work with it, so you can blend it out. And then I'm gonna take a really flat brush, and I'm gonna go into that shadow and just go under the lower lash line and use it as an eyeliner. Make everything cohesive. Perfect for that one and done eyeshadow look. I'm gonna go ahead and tightline my upper waterline with the Urban Decay 24-hour Glide On liner. For some reason, I just want a dark eyeliner. And this really is gonna fill in my lash line and make me look like I have eyelashes. And today I'm feeling a little spunky. I'm gonna put a little bit of Moon Dust in the corner. It's a beautiful champagne color, and just kind of pop it in the inner corner. And just blend that out, just so I have more of a wide awake eye look. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some mascara. And today I wanna go in with the Lash and Roll mascara from e.l.f. You know this is one of my all-time favorite affordable mascaras. And just go in with a quick little coat. Okay, eyes are done. I'm gonna go ahead and set the under eye area with the Tarte Creaseless Powder. You know this has been one of my all-time favorite setting powders. And this is in the shade Yellow, and I just wanna set that under eye area. This is fantastic for blurring the complexion and getting everything set for the day. Yeah, we're supposed to get some rainstorms this afternoon, so I definitely want to set everything in place. And when you put a little bit of the setting powder on, it does add a little bit more insurance that everything's going to set into place, and slightly bit more coverage for that skin tint right through there. Love this setting powder from Tarte. It's beautiful. Okay, one product that I never ever wear, and tell me the last time I put this product on, is highlighter. To me, I don't know, for mature skin, I think highlighter tends to accentuate texture that we have through here. It draws attention to those problematic areas. But for some reason, I don't know why I never use this. The Redimension Hydra Dew Luminizer. Is it a bronzer? Is it a highlighter? No, it's a highlighter. This luminizer is so beautiful on mature skin. Like I said, I rarely wear highlighter, but for some reason, this is so beautiful, so stunning. It's got that same formulation as all of our Hydro Redimension products. It's just so beautiful on the skin. So I'm gonna take a tapered brush so I can pinpoint where exactly I want to apply this. Like I said, I rarely use highlighter, but for some reason, this just looks exquisite on mature skin. It gives that glow, and even though this skin tint is glowy in the first place, this just adds a little bit of glowiness, radiance, without being too shiny or too glittery. And I'm gonna hit the top of the lower brow so the light will catch it. It's gonna be a dark, gloomy day here, so I need some extra light. So I thought this would be a good day to put this on. Really does look beautiful on the skin. I mean, this is old school, right? Put a little bit down the front of the nose so it catches the light. I am gonna start wearing this product again, but it's gonna be just this product. In terms of highlighters, this is one of the most exquisite, smooth, just subtle glow of radiance, and I absolutely love it. I've got to start using it again, but let me go ahead and turn my lights down so you can see what the complexion looks like. Just gives the skin a soft, natural glow, and that's what I love about it. It's not cakey, it's not glittery, it just really amps up the complexion. For lips, I'm just gonna line my lips with the e.l.f. Cream Glide Lip Liner. As you can see, it's very well loved, and this is in the shade Mauve Aside. And I actually prefer it over the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude Lip Liner. And this is only $2. I'm gonna top it off with Rose Envy Glow Reviver Lip Oil. And here we are with the final look. Oh my gosh, this might be a skin tint, but this looks so good and fresh on the complexion. I think the combination of the bronzer as well as the blush from RMS Beauty is just such a beautiful combination. And then to top it off, this I'm more impressed with this. I don't know why I don't use it more. The Redimension Hydro Dew Luminizer. I've seen Rosemary put it under her eyes to bounce the light off of that area, but it is a miracle product. I mean, I'm gonna have to take stock in that product. It is so beautiful. But as you can see, the complexion looks fresh, it looks simple, it's not overdone or cakey. This is an SPF 50, which obviously I'm not gonna need today. It's super dark outside, but you always want to apply SPF before applying makeup as well. But if you're using this skin tint solely as an SPF, you do have to reapply every 3 hours, especially if you're out in the sun. But this is absolutely beautiful. But here we are with the final look. What do you think? I love this look. I think it's very pretty. I've got some things to do today and I'll do some check-ins, but I tell you what, I've been testing this product out all week and I'm telling you, it does not disappoint. This is a beautiful product. I think it's very hydrating on the skin. Remember, it does hydrate for up to 24 hours. It does provide a light coverage, but you can build it up. It's absolutely beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and do some check-ins and I will let you know if it's worth $49, but so far, it's looking really pretty. Okay. It's been about 4 hours since I first applied the skin tint and I'm outside. It is literally raining. I got caught in a really bad rainstorm, hence the hair. What a day, I'm telling you. But even though it's hot, muggy, and raining, you can see here in natural light where it's not a lot of coverage, but it still looks really smoothed out. I think it's in part to the primer that we used, but also at the same time, I think with the concealer, it offers a hair bit more coverage. So if you think this skin tint is far too sheer for you, if you add a little bit of concealer, I think you're gonna get better coverage. But it does look very pretty, very natural. I got so rained on, getting caught in the rain. That was on the radio, by the way. But this is looking pretty good. Plus I had to change my outfit because I got wet. So yeah, my pants are wet, my shoes are wet. I am soaking wet. Can I say wet one more time? Wet. But the skin feels great. It looks great. Not a lot of coverage, but I'm okay with that. I think you would be too. This is what we're looking at. And look at that eyeshadow. It's so pretty. But beautiful rainy day here. Gotta love it. We need the rain.
But I will check back with you in a few.
All right. And we're back. It's been over 8 hours since we first applied the RMS Beauty SunCoverup Super Tint SPF 50, and I am ready to give you my thoughts. But first, let's go ahead and see how it lasted throughout the day, 8 hours. I'm also going to put a clip in of when I tested it out earlier this week, and I pushed it to 14 hours. Was it 14 hours? Yeah, it was pretty long, 12 or 14 hours. But anyway, this is what it looked like. Now, I have to say, it does hydrate for 24 hours. At least that's how my skin felt. Since I have normal to dry skin and it's going to get a little cooler, this is going to be perfect for those cold fall and winter days. I'm kind of looking forward to wearing it then because I know it's going to hydrate throughout the day. But let's go ahead and turn down the lights to 20% and see how it lasted. So you can see it still looks very glowy, and even though we set it with the Tarte Creaseless Powder, my glow is still going, so that's good. I mean, although the concealer does look really nice, it didn't settle under my eyes too bad. Works great with the Super Tint, and you're just gonna get a really nice sheer to light coverage, even out that skin tone, make your complexion more radiant. As far as longevity, it does fade after, I would say, 10 to 12 hours. So this is not one of those skin tints that it's gonna last all day. And if you use it primarily as an SPF, then you're gonna have to reapply every 2 hours. But as far as the foundation or skin tint is concerned, it is absolutely beautiful. So would I recommend this Super Tint to you? Now remember, it retails for $49. That is so expensive, but if you're like me and you want something nourishing for the complexion, if you have normal to dry skin and you don't wear a lot of makeup, this is actually a fantastic option for you if you don't like foundations, but you just want your skin to be even toned, you want it to look radiant and dewy. Yeah, you know what? I would recommend this, but there are other skin tints that are less expensive. I really do love the Sephora Reveal the Real skin tint. This only retails for $22, but remember, it does not have any SPF. So SPF, beautiful skin tint, all in one. I think it's beautiful. Is it pricey? Absolutely. Is it worth it? I think so. I actually received the new Sigma Skin Perfector Hydrating Tint in PR. I was over the moon when they sent it to me. So let me know down in the comments if you want me to review this. I know there's so many skin tints and foundations that are releasing and I can't wait to review them all. Yeah, so let me know down in the comments if you want to see me do a review or get ready with me with this skin tint as well. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me on this rainy day. I hope you had fun. I know I did. And if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. I would love it if you'd be a part of our family. But for now, mwah, mahal kita. I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.
Wake up in the morning.